Welcome back, everyone. Moving on to the next question. We have to find the value or values of m. So the line passing through these points, 2m and 5, negative 2, is perpendicular to the line passing through these 2 points, 4, negative 2, and m and 3 over 5. So what we got to do in this question is first find an expression for each of these slopes. Right? The slope of the line passing through these 2 points, and then the slope of the line passing through these 2. And then if they're perpendicular to each other, that means that they're going to be negative reciprocals of each other. And then we can use that relationship to solve for m. So first thing I'm going to do is find the slope between these two. So what I'll do is I'll let this be x2, y2. This could be x1, y1. So we'd have the slope there would be y2m. And this m, by the way, is different than this m. Perhaps you could even use a different variable. You know what, just to not confuse you, I'll put slope here. So the slope equals m minus negative 2 over 2 minus 5, x2 minus x1. So that would be m plus 2 over negative 3. All right, so that's the slope of the line passing through these 2 points. And now let's get the slope for this line over here. So I'll label this, it doesn't matter which way you go. I tried to make it so I deal with as many or as least negatives as possible. So what I'll do, let's just do x2, y2 here. And then I'll do x1, y1. I think we're going to end up with negatives whichever way we do it. So we would end up with 3 over 5 minus negative 2. And then we'll end up with m minus 4. Like that. Actually, we're going to end up with all positives for this one, which is nice. So 3 over 5, let's do this on the side here. This negative would turn into a positive, so we'd have 3 over 5 plus 2, which would be 3 over 5 plus 5, or 10 over 5. Right, if we get a common denominator, this is over 1 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, so this would be 13 over 5. So this would be 13 over 5 divided by this m minus 4. And this m minus 4, it's like over 1. So if we want to put this in a nicer expression, we could say 13 over 5. We're taking a fraction, dividing it by this fraction, which is like multiplying it by the reciprocal of this. So we'd end up with 13 over 5 bracket m minus 4 like that. So this would be the simplified expression for the slope of the line passing through these 2 points. Right, so this slope, I'll write it over here, is equal to 13 over 5 bracket m minus 4. Like that. Okay, so from here, because these lines are perpendicular to each other, it means that this is the negative reciprocal for this. So for example, if these 2 lines are perpendicular, they have perpendicular slopes. So let's say this was like 2 over 3. That means that this slope would be negative 3 over 2. The reciprocal, and we change the sign. So to make them equal, to make these slopes equal to one another, what we could do is we could either flip this and change the sign, which would be 2 over 3, which would make it equal to this, or we could flip this and change the sign. And then leaving this one, these would be equal. Right, so it doesn't matter which way we go. I'm going to flip this one over here because we have a negative here, so when we flip it, it would just turn into a positive, which would be nice. So if we flip this and then change the sign, we would end up with 3 over m plus 2. And now this, that means, has to equal this slope. And now we have an equation and we could solve for m. So the way we could do that, we could cross multiply this times this would be 15 bracket m minus 4, right? We would multiply the 3 and the 5, and then we'd have 13 bracket m plus 2, like that. And now it's just a matter of simplifying, right? Expanding. Let's bring the 13m over. Let's bring the 60 over. So that would be, we would have what? 2m. 15m minus 13m is 2m. And then the negative 60 we could bring over. Positive 60 plus 26 would give us 86. Then we could divide both sides by 2. M would be 43. So that ends up being the final answer. So at that m value, the line that passes through these 2 points is perpendicular to the line that's passing through these 2 points. You could also test it if you have the time on a test. You could plug in 43 for m, plug in 43 for m, find the slope of that line, find the slope of this line, and the two slopes should be negative reciprocals of one another.